Hey guys, what is up? Zero here, and welcome back to DDLC Mayflowers, or Doki Doki Mayflowers. I don't know which one. The title has it, so it's okay. He's correct. Title Zero was correct. In the last episode, Natsuki is showing us, I think, she actually got a spot for her cupcake business, and we're checking out we're checking it out. And she also got an order. Somebody apparently ordered a bunch of stuff from the website. We don't know what it is. So, I don't know, it's a little weird. I wonder what that could be. Also, apparently Monica and Sayori have a surprise for tomorrow. So I wonder what that surprise is. I don't know. What could it be? Woo! I'm gonna be really upset if it's not actually what we've been saying it is. And then I'm just like, oh. Yeah, some guy named Jim, like, ordered cupcakes. And I'm just like, oh. Never mind that. This mod gets a C tier if that happens. So, what do you think? I inspect the building. I don't really know what I'm looking for, but I try to find something intelligent to say anyway. You're right about the windows. They'll definitely let a lot of natural light in. Natural light is good, right? And we can set up a patio here during the summer. I already asked. This whole area is legally mine once I sign the contract. We can set up tables, parasols. That sounds really nice. Maybe you could put up some potted plants or something. Alright, now let's talk decoration. Why are we so focused on the light? Yeah, you could put up some plants, and then, oh yeah, you know, it's a big window. I hope no one falls off the window. I just want all of MC's dialogue throughout this entire exchange to just be about the window. Like, he always brings up the window somehow. Like, she's like, yeah, so I think we should, like, put some tables right here. Okay, but how about that affect the window, Natsuki? We're gonna have this whole place repainted. Let me guess. Pink? Obviously. Anyway, this whole area is gonna be seating. The kitchen's over there, and obviously that's the counter. The only thing I'm not sure about yet is how I'll set up the seating. I want to have lots of tables, obviously, but I don't want to cram people in here like sardines. Everyone should feel comfortable here, like they have some space to themselves. And I'm probably going to hire an interior decorator to give me some ideas on how to make this place feel, I don't know, brighter? Because of the windows! Natsuki walks me through the place, gushing about each and every room. Don't ignore that voice crack. I try my best to give input where I can, but it's obvious that she's thought more about this than I ever could. Still, if this is going to be her place, I figure I should be familiar with it. Once she's given me the full tour, Natsuki turns to me. So, now that you've seen the whole thing, what do you think? I think you've really done your homework. This place looks like it has everything you'll need. It's in a good location, it's clean, and in good shape. If you're happy with this, I say go for it. Natsuki looks around once more, as if giving the place a final inspection. Yeah, I think I am. I guess I'll make the call then. Apparently I can have it by the end of the month, if the check clears. Natsuki giggles nervously, and I grab her hand. It looks great. We're gonna do amazing things here, okay? It's still kind of overwhelming, you know? Like, just a couple weeks ago, I was still in high school. Heck, this time last year, I was still living with my dad, and I hadn't even met you. Everything's changed now. Looks like there's nothing left of my old life anymore. But it's changed for the better, right? Isn't this good? Well, yeah, of course it is. It's just, I wish I had that one thing that I could recognize. Just one thing to keep me grounded. Well, I know it's not that for you yet, but this could be that thing. It's yours, after all. Yeah, I guess that's as good as anything. Natsuki slowly walks over the wall and lays a hand on it. Now in place. I think I like the sound of that. Natsuki looks back at me and smiles. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good. Yeah, me too. Yeah, and the windows. I hope nobody falls out those windows. Those are my favorite windows. I'm woken up by a loud thump from downstairs. Immediately after, I hear Natsuki's voice shouting something I can't quite identify. Torn between my desire to stay in bed and concern for my girlfriend, I listened carefully for another minute. There's no more noise. Good. That means I'm off the hook. Turn to my alarm clock and find that I have exactly 8 minutes before I have to get up. Exasperated sigh, I get up and preemptively disable the alarm. Hey man, you could have slept for those 8 minutes. Just rest your eyes for about a good 8 minutes and you'll be good to go. Or you rest your eyes for what you think is 8 minutes, turns out to be like half an hour, then you're late. I was late to school a decent bit of times. A few minutes later, I head downstairs to find my kitchen in disarray. Morning. I take a minute to pull myself together, still shocked at the state of the room. Natsuki? What happened here? Oh, you noticed that, huh? Noticed? Natsuki, looks like a bomb went off in here. You okay? Oh, I just noticed the background has flour. It took me a bit. At first I was like, what the fuck is on the fucking counter? And I'm like, oh, there's flour on the fucking, there's flour, so there's flour in places. That's funny. There's flour right there, flour on the floor. At least I hope it's flour. Unless we're gonna have a different talk. if it's not. Hey, I've seen what you're like in the morning. Figure there's at least 50% chance this will go right over your head. See, it almost did. Anyway, everything's fine. Just got up a little later than I wanted, so I've kind of been in a rush to catch up ever since. I'll have it all cleaned up by the time you get home from school, okay? Right, I completely forgot about Natsuki's order. I shrug. That's alright. Make sure you get the order ready on time. I can clean the kitchen later if I need to. Oh, alright. Still, I'll try my best not to leave you with a mess. Well, that's kind of you. Anyway, I've got to get going. See you when I get home? Maybe. I don't know how long this order's gonna take. First one, Ah, right. Well, I'll see you when I see you. Barking react, Natsuki dashes up to me and gives me a tight hug. Instinctively return the gesture, feeling my arms and face pick up a layer of flour. Whoops. I laugh, slapping the flour off. Gee, thanks. And I have something to remember you by. Nah, you're always a mess. Odds are, nobody will even notice. I hope not, because I don't have time to get cleaned up. Alright, I've really got to go now. Bye, Natsuki. There's my doo-doo-doo song. This song plays when I walk down the street. Did you guys know that? Try to clean myself off as much as possible on my way to Sayori's. I'm not sure how much good I'm doing. How many times I brush off the flour, there seems to be a new cloud coming off with every step. I thought he meant with Sayori. When he said he didn't know how good he's been doing, I thought he was going to talk about when dealing with Sayori's depression. I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, right, the flour. Oh, I mean, yeah, that too, I guess. I don't think he knows either. I don't think he knows how well he's doing with either situation. Hi, Zero. Sayori meets me outside with her trademark smile. What's that in your hair? There rubs my head, another puff of flour shakes free. My hair? How did it get in my hair? Natsuki barely comes up to my shoulders. Sorry, bit of an accident in the kitchen this morning. Oh. Hey, at least there was no fire involved, right? That was only the one time. Alright. Sorry, it's just an easy target. That's alright. As I walk down the street, my heart sinks as I pick up on Sayori's silence. Sayori? Is something wrong? Of course not, silly. I really wish you wouldn't do that. Look, about the fire joke, I'm sorry. Sayori shakes her head. No, it's nothing like that. Well, what is it? Maybe I can do something to help. Sayori doesn't respond. I decide to keep walking in silence for a few seconds. Learn that sometimes she'll open up more if you give her time. Hey, Zero. Do you remember our talk the other day? And the thing you wanted me to do? The other day? You mean on Monday? When I asked you about talking to somebody? Sayori nods, still not making eye contact.
Well, I talked it over with Monica yesterday. He's been trying to get me to go for a while, too. Anyway, I think I'm going to give it a try. I mean, anything if it'll help, right?
Stopping my tracks. Of course, this is the outcome I wanted, but I guess I didn't expect it to actually work. Sayori, you mean that?
I think I do.
Without thinking, I run up and hug Sayori.
This
is great. I'm so proud of you, Sayori.
Thanks, Zero. You know, I really appreciate everything you've done for me. I know I don't always show it.
Sayori's embrace loosened slightly. You don't need to apologize. I'm so glad you're getting the help you need. I mean it. All I want is for you to be okay.
Okay.
I move to pull away from Sayori. As I do, her arms suddenly tighten around me.
Wait! Just a little longer. Please.
Sayori. Okay. This isn't easy. Balancing Sayori's need for support with being faithful to Natsuki is driving me crazy. I don't think she'd appreciate this very much, but Sayori's never asked for something like this before. Can't turn her down after what I just said.
Thanks.
See, I knew Sayori still liking us would be awkward. God damn it. It's alright. It seems like things are fine. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know.
Alright, let's go to school!
Sayori runs ahead of me, suddenly full of energy. Slow down!
Speed up!
Sayori giggles and keeps running. I roll my eyes and pick up the pace. Can you date them both? No. After school, I head to literature club as usual. My surprise, and also concern, the door is closed and the lights are off. Nobody's inside. Trying the door, I find it locked. What the?
Good afternoon, Zero. Is something the matter?
The place is empty. The door is locked and everything. He appears inside the classroom, seemingly looking for any explanation inside.
Monica and Sayori only said they were canceling yesterday's meeting, correct?
That's what I thought.
And the note doesn't explain the situation?
A note? I answer the door. Sure enough, there's a sticky note attached to it. I grab the note.
Hey guys, we're having club outside today.
There's an address written at the bottom. Apparently we're meeting somewhere else. Sorry, I didn't even see that there.
No, I should apologize. I just assumed you read it already. Do you know why we're going out for our meeting?
I shrug. Guess it has something to do with that surprise Monica mentioned. We'll have to go and see. Oh man, I wonder what the address is. Okay, I'll stop now. Following the directions on the note, here and I come to a familiar location.
I must admit, I didn't think we'd be meeting here again so soon.
Yeah, I keep finding myself coming back here these days. Oh well, at least it's close to home. You see Monica or Sayori anywhere?
No. Wait, yes! Over there, under that tree.
A few seconds later, the four of us are gathered under the shade of a large tree.
Hey guys, glad you found my note. Sayori was starting to get worried about you.
Yeah. To tell the truth, I completely missed it. Harry had to point it out to me.
Sorry, I didn't have anything bigger to write it on. But you're here now, and that's the important thing. May I ask why we're having our meeting here today? While I appreciate the scenery, I don't believe we have ever met officially outside of the club room before. It's a secret. You'll have to wait until she gets here.
She? Who else is coming? Sorry, gasped loudly.
Oh no! I wasn't supposed to say that! Sorry, Monica. It's fine, Sayori. In fact, I do believe our special guest is even here as we speak.
I'll spin around to look where Monica's pointing. The short figure, obscured by the stack of cardboard boxes they were carrying, is wobbling slowly towards us.
Oh my god, Silverwolf from Honkai Star Rail? maybe I got a bit carried away. Zero, do you think you can give her a hand?
Sure thing. Oh my god, my favorite character! Boxes! Oh my god! Dominoes! I love pizza! Get up and move to help the struggling figure. Here, let me help you with this.
Thanks. Careful, they're delicate.
I've got them. On the top half of the stack.
Thanks.
Oh, they disappeared!
Thanks. I don't know who ordered so many. Yeah. Zero? What are you doing here?
Did she not see us from afar? Well, I mean, I guess she was walking with boxes in front of her the whole time. So I guess it would be hard for her to... That's not safe! Why was she walking here with the boxes covering her face the entire time? Natsuki! These could have been, like, dangerous people! Like, my gosh! Like, look, please!
What are you doing here?
Well, the Literature Club's going on a field trip today, apparently. What are you doing here?
I'm delivering the order, of course. Apparently there's some event here they need a bunch of freshly baked goods for.
Ah, I think I see what's going on here. Here, why don't you set those down for a sec? Hey, Monica? There's my voice so Monica can hear me clearly. Want to come over here and explain what's going on?
Monica? Hey, Natsuki. It's been a while, huh? Did you seriously buy something off my website just so you could talk to me face to face? No, not just for that.
Monica gets down on her knees and starts opening the boxes to inspect the treats inside.
Which one is it? Ah, here it is.
Monica grabs a cupcake from a particular box and hands it to Natsuki. Natsuki takes the cupcake and inspects it. It has the words, "I'm sorry," written in icing around a frowny face. saying sorry to the cupcake that Natsuki made herself.
Monica, you seriously pay me to make my own apology cupcake?
That's what I said.
Oh, I do see how that would come across as a bit. Oh man, this might be the dumbest thing you've ever done, Monica. Hey, I'm making a genuine effort, okay? I'm sorry if it comes across poorly, but I just wanted to let you know I'm sorry I hurt you.
Oh, I get the message. Don't worry about that. I guess it's kind of sweet. In an oblivious sort of way. So yeah, I forgive you, or whatever. But you know, you didn't have to spend all this money to get me here. Just the cupcakes would have been enough. Most of the stuff is just gonna go to waste. Monica smiles wryly.
Actually, it won't. See, I kind of thought words wouldn't be enough to convey how sorry I was. So I decided to show you that I really do believe in you, Natsuki. So, consider this a little jump start from the Literature Club.
Jump start? Monica gently grabs Natsuki's shoulder and spins her around. Sarah and Yuri are standing in front of a table with a banner above them. In bright letters matching the style of Natsuki's cupcakes, it reads, "Free samples from Sweet Beginnings."
Monica? Monica wanted to help you get the word out about your bakery. She figured advertising would be the hardest part, since everyone says their own stuff is the best. So we decided we let everyone see for themselves how good Sweet Beginnings is. That's right. After all, one of the cardinal rules for literature is show, don't tell. I figured it was good advice for business, too. Guys, you didn't have to... You shouldn't just put the goods out all scattered like that. This is my bakery, after all. It's gotta have flair.
Natsuki sprints to the stand with her head down and spends several minutes rearranging the display. To her credit, it does look much more appealing when she's done. But I can't help but notice she keeps her face turned away from us the entire time. When she's finished, she takes a breath and turns around.
There. That's more like it. You're right. That looks much better.
Aww. Well, now this is even better than what I thought. I mean, I knew it was obvious. Everyone, obviously, you know, we could see that it was Monica ordering them from a mile away, but I didn't think it was gonna. I thought it was just gonna be for like a party to like say I'm sorry. I didn't know it was. They're also like advertising with free, like a cupcake stand. Oh, that's cute. Oh. Everything's settled. Yuri and I work the stand while the others socialize. They objected at first, but once we pointed out that each of them had contributed to this event, while the two of us had done nothing, the argument was essentially over.
So, Natsuki, how are things coming along?
Actually, it's going pretty well. I've got the website up, I've picked a location, and I've got most of my menu and pricing figured out. It's been a lot of work, though. Zero and I have barely seen each other these past few weeks. Or, at least, we've seen a lot less of each other. I haven't really had any time for anyone else.
Really? I thought Yuri said she visited you over the weekend.
Yeah, but that's it. Aside from that one day, I hadn't spent time with anyone but Zero since. Well, you know. But it's fine. Knew things were gonna be hectic at first. Probably won't slow down for a while. But I'm really looking forward to the point where I can keep regular hours.
Well, I'm proud of you. A choice like this takes conviction, and it seems like you've got that in spades.
As the conversation continues on, I turn to Yuri. It's a nice day, so lots of people are at the park. That means we're pretty busy handing out the free samples. When there's no quiet moment, I strike up a conversation. Good to see that Monica and Natsuki have patched things up.
Indeed. It's nice that we can all be together like this, one last time.
One last time? What do you mean by that?
Well, Natsuki left the club.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't have to be the end of things. I mean, we can all come and visit her from time to time, right? Not everything has to be an official club activity, you know.
Zero. I'd like that very much, but I think Natsuki's going to be very busy for a while. And before long, we're going to have exams, too.
Alright, but after that...
After that, we'll be graduating. I don't know what everyone's plans are, but it seems unlikely that we'll all stay here. We may even leave the country or study abroad. Much as I may wish otherwise, I think this may be our last time together as a group.
Wow. Never thought about it like that. Way to be a downer, Yuri! What the fuck? Well, this is what we get for starting conversation with Yuri, clearly. Yuri the pessimist. I was gonna say, what the hell, Yuri? I mean, she makes, like, a point, but, like, I still don't, you're not gonna instantly graduate after exams. There's still plenty of school days after that. Like, I don't know. In my personal opinion, obviously, you know, it depends on the situations, but honestly, with, you know, nowadays technology, you can stay as close as you want to people depending on both parties' conviction to want to keep that a thing. Like, if you try hard enough to stay in touch with somebody, you will stay in touch. Basically, you stay in touch as hard as both parties try. Like, as long as both parties are willing to put forth the effort, then you can stay in touch with people no matter what. I don't know why. Obviously, Yuri and Monica would have plans for after high school at the very least. Thinking about that this could be it for the literature club. Still a profound sense of loss. But still, no. I said no. I don't accept that, Yuri. Come too far. Been through too much together. Just let it end like this. You, all of you, are like family to me. Maybe you'll leave. Maybe you'll never set foot in this town again. Even so, I can't accept that this is the end. I don't know what the future's going to bring, Yuri. Whatever happens, I want you to know that there'll always be a place for you in my life. And for Monica, and for Sayori. I like to think that you feel the same way. Yuri gives me a strange look.
You know, you've come a long way, Zero. You certainly weren't this eloquent when you first joined the club.
Well, I guess you're rubbing off on me.
Perhaps so. In any case, you're right. I don't want to say goodbye either. And if the others feel that way, then this doesn't have to be the end. Perhaps just a new chapter.
A new chapter for the literature club, huh? Seems fitting.
I'm sorry for being so dismal. I'm not used to people choosing to be around me. Usually they take the first opportunity to leave. But I'm glad that's not happening with you.
Well, I'm glad you were wrong for once.
I've been wrong far more than that.
Yuri straightens and turns to face the stand. Ah, go, God, Jesus! Oh, Well, that genuinely kind of got me. Why is she so big? No one told me this mod had jump scares. That actually genuinely got me like, whoa. Who are you? The chat is freaking out. Oh my god. Why is she so big? White woman jump scare. Actually, no, it's Asian woman jump scare. She seems Asian. It's a nice sprite, though. Instinctively, I follow her lead to find a well-dressed woman approaching us. Good afternoon. Sweet beginnings. Is that a new bakery? Yes, that's right. We're passing out promotional samples. Would you care to try anything? Cast a careful eye over the assortment of sweets. Finally, she points to a stack of lemon bars to my left. There, the lemon bars. May I have one? Certainly. Take the pair of tongs and pass her a bar. Accepts it and takes a bite and chews thoughtfully. This is quite good. May I try something else? What would you like? This time, the woman answers immediately. The date squares, there. Again, I pass her the requested treat and wait as she chews. When she's finished, she smiles faintly. You know, your baker's quite talented. Are you two official representatives of the company? I guess? We're only here to pass out samples. If you have questions, you may address them to the owner. I can get her for you if you wish. Mercifully, Yuri jumps in before I can make a fool out of myself. The woman's eyes turn to Yuri. Please do. Yuri leaves to get Natsuki without another word, leaving me alone with the customer. Thanks to her trying to make small talk, but the woman's eyes simply follow Yuri as she retrieves Natsuki. Saying that she doesn't seem bothered by the silence, I opt to keep quiet. Hello, ma'am. I was told you may have some questions for me. Raises a skeptical eyebrow. You're the owner? Owner and head baker, yes. Nice touch, Natsuki. Head baker sounds a lot more impressive than sole employee. Happy wit's not even a lie. Still, the woman appears unconvinced. Alright. Well, I take it you offer catering services? Sweet Beginnings is happy to bake for any occasion. What can we help you with? Natsuki's been practicing her customer service voice for days. Wise choice, given her passionate responses to provocation. My daughter's bat mitzvah's coming up in a few weeks. There was an issue with our usual caterer, and we've had to cancel. We'll need a light refreshment for approximately 150 people. Oh my god! 100? 150. Will that be a problem? No, not at all. Sweet Beginnings is proud to serve at events of all sizes. Good, because we have certain standards to uphold in our family. There'll be a number of important guests in attendance, so it's important that there are no issues with food. In quantity or quality. We promise to deliver quality items to each event. If what you see here is satisfactory, then I personally guarantee there'll be no issues for your daughter's bat mitzvah. Excellent. In that case, please bring a sample platter to the address at 2 o'clock in the afternoon this Saturday. My family will decide whether or not to use your services and discuss the menu with you. You'll be compensated for all of this, of course. We'll then briefly discuss options and exchange cards. When she leaves, Natsuki begins gently trembling. Hey, alright? Did that really just happen? Oh, it happened. You did great. I think she was really impressed. But, are you sure you can bake for that many people? Well, we're gonna have to. It's not too late to cancel. Lots of other people enjoyed your food. You probably got tons of new cus. I freeze, suddenly realizing what Natsuki just said. I will say, she just said we. Wait a second. What do you mean we? I mean the two of us, obviously. You said you're gonna support me, didn't you? Well, yeah, but... Zero. This is a really big deal for me. I need your help if I'm going to pull it off. Look, of course I'll help you, if that's what you want. Are you sure, you know, up to the challenge? Like she said, she's gonna have high expectations. I don't want to screw things up for you. I think we'll be okay as long as I do all the complicated stuff. You're not completely hopeless anymore. I roll my eyes, gently punch Natsuki in the shoulder. Maybe I'll just stay out of your way and see how things turn out without any help. How's that sound? Well, Well then, maybe I'll be so heartbroken I never bake anything again. You'd have to live off store-bought cupcakes for the rest of your life. I gasped in mock horror. You wouldn't! Well, if you help me out with this, we'll never have to find out. Alright, you win. So, I wince anticipation of the answer to my next question. Exactly how early am I gonna have to get up? Oh, you can sleep in as late as you want. Wow, really? That's really nice of you, but I can get up a bit earlier if it'll help. The day before. A job like this calls for an all-nighter. Ouch. I walked right into that one, huh? Yep. Seriously, though, you should try and get a good night's sleep before. I've never actually had to do that much baking before. I can't promise how long it'll take. One or two mistakes early on can really screw things up down the line, so I'm gonna give myself lots of extra time. If you really need to, you can take a quick nap halfway through to keep your energy up. I don't think I'll need you around for every second. No, that's alright. If you have to stay up all night, the least I can do is join you in solidarity. The baking itself isn't something I'm too worried about. I enjoy working with Natsuki. Even though I'm sure it'll be more stressful than usual, I'm actually really excited to share our first big order with her. It's the day after I'm most worried about. It's a school day, that could be really rough. I was about to say, I was like, what about school? Like, I mean, I know Natsuki dropped out, but like, man, what about me? Especially with all the talks about exams and everything too. Like, I don't know how good this is gonna be. I guess we'll just have to hope the event happens on a Saturday. Thanks. But you'd better get some rest if you need it. Last thing I want is some half-ass zombie. Last thing I want is some half-asleep zombie bumbling around in my kitchen. I smile at Natsuki's transparent attempt to disguise her concern. As you wish. Whatever you think is the most helpful. Hopefully Zero gets a few cupcakes as a reward for helping. We can't afford to use any of them! All of the cupcakes must be sold. We can't eat any, chat. What if we die? You gotta be ready to die for those cupcakes, chat. We gotta work. We gotta blood. We gotta sweat. I used blood as a verb. Blood isn't even a verb. It's bleed. A few hours later, the crowds have dwindled, and the sun sinks low in the sky.
Okay, everyone. I think we've handed out pretty much all the free samples we're going to, so it's probably best that everyone heads home for the night. Wait! There's still so much left over. It wouldn't be right to make Natsuki carry it all home. Oh? Are you offering to take some off my hands, Sayori?
How did Natsuki get in her school uniform? Where did she get this? Natsuki, where did you get your blazer?
You know me. Always happy to help a friend.
Hey, by all rights, those are Monica's. He paid for them after all.
Unfortunately, my bag's already overloaded. I guess I'll have to have Sayori carry some home for me after all. After all. Yes!
So grabs a box and collects a handful of items and turns to head home.
Bye, everyone!
After bidding farewell to Sayori, Yuri timidly approaches Monica.
I don't suppose you're still overloaded? Were you also hoping to bring some home, Yuri? Well, I think there's just enough left for me to bring home about a quarter. So why don't we divide the rest equally? That seems fair.
Yeah, I can live with that. Oops. Yeah, it was definitely an oops. It was definitely like a slight problem. Well, clearly, no, sorry, it was a slight problem. No, the very big oopsie there. This mod is now, I'm deducting, 5 points. You know, obviously, as I've been playing this, I've had my grading rubric the entire time. At least that's how I feel like some people think what I do when I play these mods. I feel like some people think I got like a fucking rubric by my side when I'm fucking playing some of these. I'm just like, bro, I'm just playing these for fun, man. Like, people are hitting me with like, Zero, what tier do you think this is so far? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not even thinking about that. Like, I'm not even thinking about what tier these things are going in yet. I think about that when I make the tier list video. Then I say, okay, if I have to put this somewhere, then here. Like, I'm not thinking about that constantly. I'm not playing these just to review them. I'm playing these for fun. Once we're home, Natsuki and I collapse on the couch. Man, what a day, huh? Yeah, no kidding. Must have been even crazier for you, baking all morning. It was good practice, if nothing else. Hey, you really not know about that whole plan? I raised my hands in innocence. I had no idea. I was as surprised as you were. Yeah, that makes sense. That whole idea had Monica written all over it. Seriously, getting me to beg for my own apology? Well, at least her heart was in the right place. Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny, that's all. Natsuki shifts, her brow furrowing. Hey, Zero. You notice anything weird about Sayori today? Oh no. I hesitated before answering. The only really weird thing I could think of was her decision to go to therapy. It's not really my place to share that, is it? In the end, I decided to play it safe. Weird like what? Just, she was uncomfortable around me. I don't know, it almost felt like she was upset with me or something. I didn't want to show it. It's so weird. I didn't even do that when we started going out. Why would... I fumble, try my best to play things cool. Why would she have done that when we started dating? She gives me a look halfway between a glare and a pitying glance. Come on, Zero. You must have picked up on how she feels about you by now. Even you're not that dense. I wince, remembering how oblivious I was to all the signs that are incredibly obvious in retrospect. Heck, Monica basically told me outright and I still didn't get it. You'd be surprised. But yeah, known for a while. Just didn't realize you had too. Zero, you're practically all she talks about. I suppose pretty much had her figured out before you even joined the club. That kind of makes you guys going for me while I was at the club kind of a dick move then, huh? I was saying, like, I'm just saying. Like, if all of you knew before I joined, that was a little fucked. A little messed up, honestly. You finally showed up and we saw she acted around you. Let's just say our suspicions are confirmed pretty quickly. And none of you decided to tell me? Things probably would have been easier for everyone if I just known what was going on from the start. And again, considering I reacted to Monica's explanation, maybe it wouldn't have mattered after all. Well, no, of course not. I wasn't ready to tell you about it. None of us were about to force the issue. And we had the festival, and things kind of happened really quickly between us. And talking to Sayori about it got awkward all of a sudden. Wait! Natsuki suddenly stiffens, her back straightening as she leans away from me. Are you saying you thought I didn't know how she felt about you this whole time? Well, yeah. I guess when you put it like that, it's kind of obvious. And you've just been hanging out with her like nothing's wrong? Uh-oh. Wait, hang on. Why are you upset with me? We knew this whole time, so it's not like you have a problem with us spending time together. I'm upset because I thought we were on the same page. I thought we both knew what was going on and we were both okay with it. But you thought you were going behind my back and keeping it a secret. Says it like that, I'd see how it must look. For some reason, I just assumed if Natsuki knew how Sayori felt, that must be the end of it. But I guess the way I acted was, well, pretty stupid. It's not like that. I didn't mean to go behind your back or anything. Then why didn't you tell me how Sayori felt about you before now? That's a pretty big thing to keep to yourself. I don't have a good answer. I just can't trust someone who does that kind of thing, Zero. Clearly you don't think you can trust me either. Wait, what? Where did you get that idea? You could have told me how she felt, but you didn't trust that I'd be able to handle it. It's your best friend, Zero. I wouldn't have stopped you from seeing her after all this time. Not like she's the type to steal her friend's boyfriend. You chose not to tell me. It suddenly occurs to me that Natsuki still doesn't have the full picture. Wait, Natsuki. Yeah? I bite my lip, trying to decide on what I should say. Do I explain Sayori's situation to Natsuki now? I don't have her permission. Natsuki's really upset about this. Like no matter what I do, I'm betraying someone I care about. But in the end, I have to tell Natsuki the truth. Sayori doesn't even have to know, does she? Look, it's more complicated than that. Remember how Sayori came over to my house the day before the festival? You know, when we were outside and you... Yeah? What about it? Well, that wasn't the first time I'd seen her that day. You remember that Friday? Acting really weird and you told me not to read too much into it? Yeah? Where's this going? Well, before you came over, I went to check on her. I had to tell Natsuki everything that happened that day. About Sayori's depression, her trouble finding motivation, and ultimately how she confessed to me and I turned her down. I found myself getting worked up and have to compose myself multiple times before I'm finished. Once I've said everything, a silence hangs in the air. He was serious? Huh? Back when I first joined the club, I was having some issues. Sayori helped talk me through how I was feeling. You know, like she does. Anyway, I asked her how she knew so much about this. She said she had depression. I didn't think she was serious, you know? I mean, it's Sayori. You know, she sometimes says things that aren't really accurate. Man, do I feel like a jerk. Yeah, join the club. Jerk isn't a strong enough word for what I felt like after Sayori told me everything. For weeks, I kept remembering ways I mistreated her, warning signs I completely ignored. Alright, just understand why you didn't want to tell me. Need to be there for her as a friend. Didn't want to risk me getting in the way. Still a boneheaded thing to do. Guess I can see where you're coming from. Don't ever pull anything like this again. I won't. I promise. Anyway, this morning, Sayori told me she was planning to start seeing a professional. I'm really anxious about taking that step. Do you think that could be it? Honestly, I doubt it. Like I said, it's almost felt like she was upset with me, but she just couldn't face it. It was like it hurt just looking at me. So weird. Never liked that before? Never! Makes no sense. Getting back to this morning, I don't remember anything different about Sayori. I realize what must have happened. I feel like an idiot. A flower. Huh? Why would she be upset by a flower? Not a flower. Flower. Flower I picked up when you hugged me goodbye. Still had some on me when I met up with Sayori this morning. As soon as the ground, she realized where I'm going with this. Sayori knew you were baking for the event today. When I left the house, she must have known you were with me. And with it being so early in the morning, she must have figured out you're living with me. Either that, or she just thinks I spent the night. Never been in her place, but... Man, that's gotta hurt. Should we go check on her or something? Explain what's going on? I don't know. I'm not so sure she'd want to see us right now. Yeah, you're right. It's just... I don't feel right. Ignoring her. I feel like I should be doing something to make things better. Do something just to make yourself feel better, Zero. If there's something you really think if there's something you really think would help her, you can do that. But otherwise, you just have to suck it up and let her work through this for herself. I say, Natsuki's right, of course. The thing I do now would be to make myself feel better, not Sayori. I'm really trying to do what's best for her. I have no choice but to trust that she can handle this. Thanks, Natsuki. Some pretty good advice. Yeah, I know. Needs to be a lot better if people listen to me more often. My arm around Natsuki. Probably. As Natsuki leans against me, I ponder the day's events. Even if I'm upset we accidentally hurt Sayori, I think it was a good day. Preparing the Rift and Literature Club was a load off my mind. Maybe it'll even help Sayori too, considering how much the fight upset her. Yeah, I think today was okay. I think today was a good day. Oh my god, Act 3, serve! Chat, don't get served. Also, we're Dunyan rings. What was it? What did this chat say? We're Dunyan rings. Great job, MCU messed up. I will say, I'm very happy. I mean, I didn't have any... I had faith in this mod, because, like, you know, I saw them having a falling out, you know, due to the whole Sayori thing, and I had faith that the mod wasn't about to just pull a, like, I can't believe you do this. And then she like gets up and storms off, and it's like this big thing of her not trusting us, right? Like, I had faith the mod was just gonna have them talk it out, because it just didn't feel like this mod's style to like have a random ass, like very emotional scene for no reason about them, like, you know, have a breakup or anything this quickly. And yeah, the mod, you know, pulled through. It just had them kind of talk to each other and explain. So yeah, it is kind of upsetting about Sayori's situation though, that yeah, now she knows. But yeah, see, this is kind of something I think I've always thought about when it comes to mods though. I always felt it's like, because I know a lot of mods try this, right? It's the whole like, well, Sayori used to be, you know, Sayori used to have feelings for the MC, but you end up with another girl. And then they're like, and they all lived happily ever after, you know, or something like that. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I always feel like there's still some lingering weirdness that's always gonna be there in the group dynamic. Just because the fact that Sayori used to have feelings for MC, you know, like, I don't know. It always like, I always feel like there's not a perfect way to be a happy ending unless you give Sayori someone else to like be attached to. I was like, I don't know, it always feels weird. I think that's probably why in Vigilante I opted to not make Sayori interested in MC at all, because it just felt like it'd be too weird to have this like, I feel like it's really hard to try to make that be perfect, basically is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's hard to have a good ending where everybody's happy when you have this really weird thing of being like, so remember when Sayori like really liked me and stuff? Like, you know, like it feels awkward. It feel awkward. You know, it's just odd. Zero having a serious discussion about the mod. Meanwhile, the music. Bro, y'all don't like Poem Panic? Poem Panic going hard. That's still weird for their partner being around a person their significant other liked and was rejected by. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, Mississippi King. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, it's really weird for your partner, like, because it's really weird for like the partner to be around someone who they rejected, you know? Like, it's just, I feel like that group can never be like fine. Like, you can definitely make attempts. I just think there's always gonna be that lingering awkwardness. I don't know. I think that's just it's always gonna be there. Like, I don't know. It's definitely weird. Anyway, time to get back to work. Natsuki is clearly attacking us right now, I guess, to get these cupcakes done. Hey, watch it! That doesn't belong over there. Move it against the wall. Careful, that's fragile. Step into sweet beginnings, and I'm immediately greeted to a scene of barely restrained chaos. Must be a dozen workers here bringing in tables, chairs, decorations, and everything else a cafe needs. In the middle of it all, Natsuki dashes about, giving orders to keep things going. Oh, she's setting up her bakery. Okay, I was about to say, when's the order supposed to be? When are they gonna be working on that? Well, if not smoothly, then at least productively. When she sees me, her face immediately brightens. Hey, Zero! What are you doing here? Came to see if I could help out at all. And if not, to see if my girlfriend had time for a lunch break. Not a chance on a lunch break. But if you're willing to work, we've still got tables and chairs to set up. I'm all over it. I move to a stack of chairs and begin setting them around the table. So, are things looking good for tomorrow? Well, it's officially our grand opening. Or at least it was supposed to be. Natsuki wanted everything to set up in a week advance, but delay after delay pushed that back. Delay after delay, I pushed that back. So now, we're still getting furnished the day before. It'll have to be. We've advertised this as our opening for weeks. Can't change the schedule now. Fortunately, things are finally starting to come together. It's good to hear. What about you? How are you holding up? Stressed, excited, terrified. Pretty much what you'd expect. I nod. Natsuki's online business was a modest success. The bar mitzvah went extremely well. Oh, okay, it already happened. I was just about to say, did it like already happen, I guess? All right, we skipped past it. Time skip. And quite a few people there asked for her information. Following that, she received a steady stream of orders on her website. Unfortunately, our kitchen isn't really set up for a commercial enterprise. And taking the bus isn't exactly the best delivery system either. Both hoping that having a brick-and-mortar location will make things easier on Natsuki. Hey, put that down! Natsuki turns away from me and shouts at one of the workers. I wince, glad I'm not on the receiving end of her wrath this time. Accepting that Natsuki doesn't really have time to chat right now, I turn around and keep setting up chairs. Later that day, I wish Natsuki luck and head home. Made it clear she'll be off for a while more, so I decided to cook dinner once again. This time, I planned ahead and went grocery shopping on my way home, so I know exactly what's in stock. Found some nice fillets of salmon at a good price and immediately looked up recipes. It's just a matter of timing it correctly. Once Natsuki tells me she's about an hour away, I get started. When the door opens, I'm just seconds away from serving. Man, what a day. I gently nudge Natsuki on my elbow. Yeah, must have been hard work bossing all those people around.
Hey, it was! Every time I took my eye off them for a second, one of them would find something to screw up. It was all worth it. You should see it, Zero. It looks amazing.
I'm looking forward to it. Now sit down. Dinner's almost ready. Natsuki eagerly jumps into a chair at the table.
You better be careful. I could get used to coming home to a home-cooked meal.
Oh yeah? Should I just be a stay-at-home boyfriend then? I could get a cute little apron to wear around the house as I cooked and cleaned.
How about no? As much as I like the idea of a live-in servant, you should probably aim for something a little more ambitious.
Probably for the best. I suck at cleaning anyway. Hey man, don't judge. You can still get the cute apron. I can still get the cute apron. It'll help me with my cooking. A few minutes later, Natsuki and I are enjoying our dinner together.
You know, I have to give you credit for one thing. You're a fast learner. When I first met you, you could barely make an edible bowl of porridge. But now it seems like you can't screw up in the kitchen.
I shrug. I do my best. It makes me happy to have something nice for you when you come home.
Thanks. It's nice for me, too. You're really good to me. I hope it's worth it.
I'm not sure what you mean. Of course it's worth it. Why wouldn't it be?
I mean with the bakery and everything. Spending all this energy and time so I can get it up and running. I want to be able to do stuff to make your life easier when this is all done. That was the whole point, wasn't it? You wouldn't have to scrounge around for bottles all day. If this doesn't work out, all your work will be for nothing. I still won't be able to repay you.
Natsuki frowns, poking the food at her plate. Look, Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at this the right way. This isn't just about you. We're doing all this for us. For our future together. Right now, you're working hard at starting something new. So I'm picking up the slack back home. If it doesn't work out, I'll be disappointing, but it's not like you aren't working just as hard. Who knows? I'm about to graduate. Maybe in a few months, it'll be you supporting me as I go through school or whatever. Point is, you shouldn't get so hung up on what I'm doing for you. What you're doing for me. We're a team, right? Working hard for us.
Everything you're saying makes sense. Just can't help feeling like I'm just dead weight.
I nod. Yeah, Natsuki would feel that way. Everything she's done has been for some theoretical future benefit. You don't actually have anything to show for it in the here and now. Still, she could help her see things differently. I get it. But all I can say is that I don't see it that way. I'm glad we're together. If this whole bakery thing doesn't pan out, I'd still do it all over again if it meant having you in my life. I guess in that sense, it's already worth it. Natsuki smiles, embarrassed.
Thanks, Zero. I love you.
I love you too.
But tomorrow's a big day for me. I'm gonna have to get up really early to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Hang to bed then?
Sorry. Can you handle the dishes?
I can, but there's something I need from you first.
What is it?
Instead of answering, it's open my arms as an invitation for a hug.
You're so corny.
You gotta hug the chef. Natsuki steps forward and puts her arms around me, burying her face in my chest. I squeeze her gently in return.
So corny.
Natsuki repeats herself once more. Oh yeah? What about when I do this? I tilt my head down and kiss Natsuki on the top of her head. She giggles and responds without pulling away.
Oh, absolutely. Maximum corniness. Corn overload.
Well, I don't see you running away.
Never said it was a bad thing. But I really do have to get to bed. Thanks for the dream material, though.
As Natsuki heads upstairs, I get started on the dishes.
Oh, lowercase Natsuki! Who's that?
It's hours before my usual bedtime, so in the back of my mind, I try to decide what to do. Video games and anime are too loud. Might wake Natsuki. I could leave the volume down, but it somehow just feels depressing when I do that. I briefly consider checking up on Sayori, but we haven't really spent too much time together recently. Ever since the flower incident, it feels like she's avoiding me. That makes me nervous, but I don't want to go see her if it's going to cause her pain. I asked Monica to keep tabs on her, so I have to trust that's enough. That's going to kill me if I write ahead in our newest manga. This leaves one thing. Studying. With an inward groan, I resign myself to my fate. Life can be so cruel. Studying. Alright. Today being the big day feels like a good potential place to stop, because I don't want to stop in the middle of the big day. But today is the big day. It's also late, and because I ate food, so I had to kind of start late. Ow, my legs. The big day is important. I didn't want to stop in the middle of the big day. The big day is important. The big day has to get all our attention. Plus, I feel like it was probably the last day, too, if I had to take a wild guess. Considering we're on Act 3, and today's, what, the reopening of her restaurant? This is probably the final day. If I had to take a wild guess. But, things are getting pretty good, you know? Things are pretty nice. They also, actually, if anything, I was about to say, I think things are wrapping up already, but I'm like, no, there's no way things are gonna wrap up this quickly, because the fact that he just brought up the fact that him and Sayori have not been talking, I'm like, all right, we have an open end there. I'm like, that is a loose end that needs to be tied soon. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be the big day. For whatever this is going to be. Yeah, this was really nice. It was really cute. I know what's happened has obviously happened. I think I already made a mention about their fight. Like, I like how it was handled. It wasn't taken into super big drama territory. I don't think I have much else to really say so far. Oh, all right. I liked, I don't think I mentioned about the MC and Yuri little mini argument, because I gave my opinion on the being close to people, and MC kind of said exactly what I said, you know, what he believed in. And I'm like, yeah, I like that he challenged her and was like, no, I disagree, Yuri. I think we'll still be together, you know? And Yuri being a pessimist is very in character. I think Yuri has a very pessimistic nature to herself. So it makes sense for her to kind of feel that way. And she even said it herself in a very sad truth, where she said that, you know, she's not really used to people wanting to hang out with her, which is very depressing. Thank you, Yuri, for making us sad. For choosing to hang out with her. So, but yeah, that was nice. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this all ends, and how we're gonna even make up stuff to Sayori. Like, because the Sayori problem, I feel like, isn't something that can just be easily, you know, hey, Sayori, stop being sad, you know? Like, how do you fix this? Like, how is this, like, I was saying, like, there's gotta be a good amount of things, like, there's gotta be a good amount of time dedicated to trying to fix the problem with Sayori, and I don't really know how we're going to fix her issues with knowing this. Like, do we just come clean and we tell her that we've been living together for a while? Like, I don't know how you fix that. I'm gonna have to wait and see how they do it. I'm curious to see how this will conclude. But anyway, that is it. If you want to download this for yourself, the link will be in the description below. This has been Zero. Peace.
Side to side for good.